It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Center. For Dallas, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Let's talk about small forward Chandler Parsons for just a second. He was a great find in the second round back in 2011. Got a big contract now, and Kenny, we go to you. Do you feel he's lived up and is living up to
Well, he
those
surpassed his expectations as a second-round pick, beginning a huge contract. He was a vital member of the Rockets before he went to Dallas, and now, he's going to be a first-option scorer. Nah, but he's going to be the guy who gets it done and can get 30 for you, but won't be the first option doing it.
He might be expensive for a glue guy, but he's an elite glue guy because of his ability to make others better.
You have a name for glue.
The heart of Texas, a look at the city lights of Big D, Dallas. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Dallas Mavericks, they come in off the loss to the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And that's one they'd like to have back. A little more focus would have been enough. Just a 4-point loss. And guys, an important addition to the usual starting lineups has been made tonight, as we'll get to see the first official NBA start from Freak.
And he's earned that spot in the starting five with some impressive play. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him hang on to it for a long time.
Well, it's certainly a big responsibility they're giving him, but I think he's ready for it. He's got the poise that's needed to take an opportunity in the starting lineup and make the best of it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Freak in at the 3.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Harris against Rose. Harris kicks to Parsons. Feeds it to Matthews. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
On defense, the Mavericks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
Here's Harris after Pau Gasol's bucket. Now Parsons. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Pass to Freak from downtown. It's rebounded by Dallas and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Parsons outside. They double in with Freak. Parsons dishes to Matthews. There's a good screen. Tries it from 9. That drops. Matthews has got his second bucket of the night.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Now here's Rose. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah. Harris against Rose. Harris kicks to Matthews. It's tipped. They retain possession.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So we can't get either to fall. Chicago leading. Butler attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early. And often. Nice move.
The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Harris kicks to Matthews. Off the pick. And it's Matthews again missing. The Bulls leading by 4. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Utah.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
Now here's Parsons. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? He's really stood out for them over the past month. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And, you know, back to his efficiency from 3. You know, defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really not having any success.
Gasol. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gasol's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The Bulls in second.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Jermaine O'Neal checked in for Mahinmi. Anderson comes in for Jeremy Evans. And Barea subbed in for Harris. Here's Rose after Wesley Matthews scored. And stolen by Parsons. And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Parsons. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one. The Bulls leading by 4. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Skiles. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Screen by O'Neal. Matthews, no one around him. Misfires after coming off the pick.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 8. Now here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Screen by O'Neal. Matthews into the lane. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everyone.
Chicago leading by 8. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Chicago right now, at the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Livingston is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Freak in at the small forward. Barea, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, just way behind.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Evans, he's checked in for Dallas. Matthews comes in for C.J. McCollum. And the Bulls making a change also. Rose is checked in. Mahinmi with it, working on Noah. Ring shot on the way, and he can't bank that one in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Parsons, right side. Outside Matthews. Puts up a 3, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Freak kicks it to Noah. The kick outside to Butler. And the wide open shot from Rose. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mavericks trail by 7. Up top, Barea. He's covered by Rose for 3. And it's Matthews again missing. Here's Chicago. Rose kicks to Freak. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Harris is checked in for Dallas. He doesn't get the second one. The Bulls leading by 9. Butler kicks to Freak. The 3-pointer no good. For Dallas, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And there's the feed to Mahinmi. The shot is off. Great defense that time from Noah. Butler passes to Freak. Can't get it to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Harris dishes to Parsons. Matthews with it. Butler covering. Matthews goes in. From 12 feet out. Buries the jump shot. Matthews has got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Stats on Joakim Noah. Over the last month, getting it done. Averaging 9 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Matthews, plenty of space. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And now it's only a 5-point Bulls lead.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Freak kicks it to Noah. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz got down to business. He dropped in 15 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
That's tipped. Gasol with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. There's Freak. Again, Chicago.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Mavericks trail by 9. Evans, a screen on Rose. And it's Harris off the drive. Gibson with the steal. Butler kicks to Rose. That's good.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Pass to Parsons. Screen by O'Neal. Kicks it to Matthews. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Matthews. Screen by O'Neal. Matthews into the lane. Misses off the right iron.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Dallas again missing. The Bulls leading by 11. Outside Rose. Inside. Freak passes to Rose. In the corner, it's Freak. He feeds it to Gasol. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Parsons with it. Out-defended by Freak. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Gibson. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Rose kicks to Freak. The layup off target.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loved.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls.
Hi, Kevin.
All right, men. We've done a good job in the first half of taking the momentum and being assertive with our style of play. I like the number of points we got in transition, and I wouldn't mind seeing even more activity on the break. Let's keep the tempo quick, guys. Now I'll give credit what credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Matthews. He has 15 points and a steal.
Devin Harris is out there with Matthews. Then it's Jeremy Evans. Then there's Ian Mahimi. And it's Parsons in at the small forward position. So that's who Scott Skiles starts the second half with. And here's Matthews, the 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Bulls have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Mavericks trail by 12. Harris outside. He dishes it to Mahimi. Matthews left side. Evans setting the pick for Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the line, and he hits the jump shot. Harris has got his first basket of the night. The Bulls leading by 10. Rose dishes to Freak. Outside Rose. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the mark those up for him. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those, this lead will start shrinking even further.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
Oh, it's pretty clear, Greg. I mean, they're letting them know just how much they disagree.
Harris misses.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Matthews. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's Rose missing.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Harris passes to Parsons. There's the pass to Mahimi. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Matthews again missing. The Bulls leading by 14. Butler kicks to Freak. Puts it up from 15. Goes back up. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons.
And Kevin, while we have a moment here, let's take a look at the Bulls and see where they ranked over the last month in the NBA stats. First in field goal percentage. First in fewest turnovers per game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Wesley Matthews. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 14 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And the Mavericks making a change here. O'Neal's checked in, and it's Harris off the drive. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Here's Rose. He dishes it to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Butler's got his 2nd bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have. really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Matthews, and that one's good. Matthews has got 17 now.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Noah the screen. Free. Dishes to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Rose can't hit. Mavericks trail by 16. Here's O'Neal. No good. Nice D from Rose. Well, Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Freak passes to Gasol. Wants to get it off to Noah and does. Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall. Mavericks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Harris against Rose. Passes it to O'Neal. Parsons attacking. He kicks it to Mahinmi. No one near him. And again, Wesley Matthews. Matthews has got 19 points.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
To the middle. Here's Gasol. Good on the 13-footer. And the Bulls lead by 16.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Harris up top. He's covered by Rose. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Shape up.
A different look for Dallas. McCollum comes in for Mahinmi. And Barea subbed in for Harris. Chicago also making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Livingston in for Rose. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 16. McCollum kicks to Parsons. 6 to shoot. Dallas again missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Freak. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. 14 points for Freak.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Outside Matthews. Screen by O'Neal. Matthews dishes to O'Neal. Feeds it to Barea. Screen by O'Neal. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. And here's Matthews for the three, and he gets it to go. Matthews has got 22.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Impressive fadeaway right there. 16 points for Pau Gasol.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Barea, the pass to Matthews. Screen by O'Neal. And it's McCollum in the corner. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Gasol a screen. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Livingston kicks to Freak. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Mavericks trailed by 14. McCollum dishes to Barea. Outside Matthews. Pass to O'Neal. And he uses the glass on the layup. O'Neal's got his second bucket of the game to go.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And it's 6 points for Butler.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Chicago up by 16. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K. And we welcome you back as we get going here. Both teams making some changes here. So for Chicago right now, the big men are Gibson and Noah. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Freak in at the 3 spot. Baseline J on the way, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's now 10 points for Jimmy Butler. Harris kicks to McCollum. There's a screen to the middle. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
17 fouls.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Anderson, and it's Matthews in for C.J. McCollum. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. Left side Gasol. Freak passes to Gasol. Another one falls for Chicago.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
And it's Harris off the drive. Can't connect from short range.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Chicago leading by 19 points. There's the dish to Freak. And stolen by Parsons. No, he jams it right over Freak. Wow.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coast.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable. And
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage.
Spacing.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, congratulations on this win, Pau, and tell us how you feel about the team's progress so far this year.
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Always good to see signs of progress, Pau. Thank you for the time. Gentlemen?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
Well, he certainly pulled his weight in the rebound department. His energy and his positioning were fantastic. Forget about everything else he did. His work on the glass alone had the big impact tonight.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
Well, winning a game like this gives us a lot of momentum going forward. So we just got to take that, keep running with it, and be careful not to let it get to our heads, right?
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. Like, I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.